wouldn't know this, but while Beeswarm is a chill game, the next update will most likely be the most important update in the game's entire history. For better or for worse, we don't know, but in this video, I will be explaining why Beesmas 2023 will either save the game or kill it entirely. So starting off, we actually have to figure out why we're in this situation in the first place. Well, I've explained this in other videos, but in simple, last Beesmas was great and all, except it wasn't. Onett worked really hard creating the Robo Challenge and all its mechanics, and while it's all balanced out and everything, it could only be interesting for so long, and it got a little boring for most players after about 2 months. And if you're an endgame player who attempted the hard Beesmas quest this year, there's a good chance you're emotionally scarred for life because of this. It's basically a really good piece of content that was added to the game, but not something that could be enjoyed forever, such as when the endgame collectors were added, because first of all, we actually got to spend many months grinding for these endgame collectors, and then after that, you literally get to see all of your hard work pay off as you collect so much more honey, and you can literally see the collector right here. Whereas with the cog amulets, it's basically all RNG, it's a really frustrating process, and after all of that, you get this tiny little pollen boost, and it goes down here in the bottom of your screen. Now, because of all this, people think that Beeswarm Simulator is dying, and it kind of is, but it's not dead yet. People are basically mistaking one bad update for the fall of the entire game. Now, that's not true, but the only problem is, if Onett releases 2 bad updates in a row, it's most definitely going to take the game down. Also combined with the fact that Onett only updates once a year. So in simple, what makes this year's Beesmas unlike any other? Well, for starters, Onett actually has to update the game, because if Onett doesn't add Beesmas this year, the game will most definitely not make it. But after that, Onett actually has to add something that's worthwhile. Now, not that Onett didn't put a ton of work into the Robo Challenge, but like I stated earlier, it's not like it could be enjoyed for so long. There were so many things that Onett wanted to add last Beesmas that we were told about, such as endgame sprinklers, backpacks, even belts, but in the end, Onett just wasn't able to deliver. I'm not saying that's his fault, but it really disappointed the community, and while we could have gotten all of these cool new pieces of gear, in the end, all we got was the heat-treated planner and the hydroponic planner, which, to be honest, are a little overpriced. And despite being overpriced, everyone pretty much just bought them at once, and there was no real grinding process in order to get them. So in simple, this Beesmas, it just depends on what Onett adds to the game. He simply just can't add a little mechanic that's not gonna last very long. So what's gonna get added in the new update? How is Onett gonna save the game? If so, can he? And will we even be getting a Beesmas 2023 this year? Well, those are all questions I will be answering in my next video, so stay tuned to find out the answers to those questions. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Sorry I was gone for a week, but I was kind of on vacation. It's okay though, fun stuff happening for the channel in a little bit, hopefully. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and thank you so much for watching your favorite White Hive. 'Cause let's be real, every other White Hive YouTuber is now a Blue Hive.